You talking about the NBA? Fuck the NBA. Everything that they was asking of me was a phone call away from me, and they was wondering why I wasn't making that phone call. Maybe that was my ego. Like I ain't want nobody to go lie about me doing no motherfucking community service when I really did the most community service. Like that, I showed you I built my projects over. I worked with Eric Adams and Mark Trigger and you know, people that's really running New York City. I did so much, so my ego was like so ahead. Like, what for community service?
You know, that news thing. Like, I hit you right away. I'm like, is this true? And you're like, yeah. I was like,
and then I got my babies. I got my babies. That's a whole nother side story.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, keep on moving the loophole. This is a victimless crime.
And I did all of that. By the time we get to this point where they sending me away, I did all that on paper. That was one phone call. I got hired a job to shit, all that. I did all that, Vlad. They didn't give a fuck. They don't want me to, no, they don't want me here saying here getting paid for Vlad. They looked at it like, okay, we hear what you're saying, but they wasn't accepting that as a job and employment in any type of way. They're like, no, so you will not continue to earn from your fruit from basketball and all that. They want to shut that off. And now I gotta be like, you know, and I ain't dissing on nobody, but like a lot of people whole MO is, oh, I'm in jail. I've been out of jail. I'm in jail. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know where that ceiling is there for me with that. I don't want to be that. And then I'm upset that I really did do a lot of good work for them to be putting me in jail for this bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. But I want to definitely not be so personal, because when you ask me no questions like that, it is fetish. You know what I'm saying? Because you making it where it's like kind of personal with the judge, mentioning her name and shit like that. I don't got nothing personal against the judge. I got my babies that I care about. I don't want to be taking nothing personal with somebody that's holding me by my balls for victimless crimes type of shit. Now, I understand if it was like, you know what I'm saying? I understand if it was like the shits, but this is like talking about the NBA. And I said this to the NBA. I said, y'all got niggas in there y'all gave $400 million to, ain't do the shit I gave back. Ain't wasn't on y'all phone calling to get assistance for my community the way I did. And the NBA physically did all that shit with me. Every time I did a basketball court and I spent $20,000 of my money, NBA giving me $20,000. You know what I'm saying? We did mad work. So I'm looking at them like, we're like, what is this? And how did we end up here? This shit is retarded.
Well, look, Sebastian, you're 40 years old. 6 months is not a lot of time.
But it's still, but that's a lot of time away from my babies.
Right? Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm super daddy.
Say that to a 3-year-old.
I'm super daddy.
Your 3-year-old that depend on you. Tell her for 6 months you can't have that. You can't have that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you act like it's not enough. I don't really like that to dismiss it like that, but I understand though.
And now I just gotta just make everything about my probation, and so I could get through this and we can move on. Because my family, I'm stagnating my whole entire family.